Yo YouTube. Alright, so I want to share some stuff I've been learning. Some of the stuff I've talked about before. A big part of it I've learned recently. I'm just going to try to tie it all together, hopefully into a shorter presentation. I'm going to explain it how I understand it. Doesn't mean I understand it correctly, but I'm going to explain it how I understand it in the best way I know how. I'm not trying to take credit for any of this stuff. I'm just researching other people's research and looking around on YouTube and looking around on the internet myself and just trying to piece it all together. Okay, so here's the Kabbalistic tree of life. Here are the two pillars. Okay, the atom was split, as they say, right? And we were split from unity into duality. And now they're trying to merge duality back into unity, but into a very sick, perverted, disgusting way, which would be about all that one world currency and one world government and all that one world religion, all that stuff. Okay, so think of this as a blueprint, a schematic of the universe, and not only the universe, but you as well as what's inside of you. So the outside universe stuff and also what's inside you as well. Okay, this is a representation of your body. Here's an arm, here's your head. But notice how death, knowledge, or what I like to think of as your heart, because this is where your heart would be, has been ripped out of your chest. It's no longer there. So before, it used to be this nice middle straight path right up the middle here, right? But not anymore, because your heart, death, however you want to look at it, has been ripped out. It's broken now. Okay? And so now, as Tesla said, well, supposedly who said, who cares if it was really him or not, okay? Magnificence of the 369. Because now, instead of this, it's wired this way. Power comes down from God, the Father, the Creator, or whatever you feel comfortable saying, over to 3, which is Saturn, over to 6, which is the Sun, and then down to the 9, the Moon. Okay, so this is what it looks like now. And just imagine that you work as like a construction worker, and you go up to the foreman or the boss or whatever who's running things, and you say, all right, how are we going to build this stuff? And he gives you this blueprint and says it's all going to be based off this. And this is what it's all going to, this is the blueprint. This is what we're going off of. But now it's this. Okay, and you can look out your window right now and see this 369 right in front of you. So again, you walk up to, you're working as a construction worker. You say, hey, where's the blueprint? They say, here's the blueprint. Comes the power over the 3, over the 6, over the 9. You say, okay, this is how we're going to use, what we're going to use to build stuff off of? Yep. Okay, and then see what they did. And what you do is, oh, well, you know what? Now you got a house. You got your window. You see all sorts of houses and churches, and it's all got that nice little spike in there, and you can do that there, and let's do another one. 3, 6, 9. What are we going to use with this blueprint now? I don't know. How about we build a car? Yeah, that's a good idea. Little antenna. Here's your wheel. Here's your wheel. All right, it's fun, isn't it? Okay. So, since it's wired this way, now what we do is this. Now we just bounce back and forth between these two pillars, between left and right, up and down. A Republican will fix it. Nope, a Democrat will fix it. Well, maybe a Republican will fix it this time. Well, maybe a Democrat will fix it this time. We just keep bouncing back and forth because we don't believe in anything. We don't stand for anything. So this is what we do. Okay? Now, this see that there? Look familiar? It's your EKG. See even the heart here? Because we're all screwed up now. This symbol itself means a lot of different things, but today you've seen it on the Charlie Brown shirt. It's the same thing, just turned sideways. But we're going to talk about what it means in astrology, because the stars are important. Everything is based off that. The calendar, it's above our heads every day. every second. It means more than we could ever wrap our heads around. It's why we're even told, look up, your redemption draweth nigh. Not look out, not look down, look up, right? Because if you have faith and you have the Holy Spirit and the Father, then you don't need to look out or look down, because whatever comes your way, you've got it. Just keep looking up. That's it. And that's easier said than done. I'm not sitting here saying I do that. I'm struggling more with the battle than anyone here could ever understand. So it's difficult every day, but it's part of learning and growing. So in astrology, this symbol is an air symbol. It's Aquarius. Okay, let me show you. Here's the air signs. Here's Aquarius. See, the same symbol as Charlie Brown. Here it is right from Google. The element of air is attached to the signs Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. So this is why the Native Americans wore the feathers, because they knew the coming of the age. And that's why they weren't so popular with the conquerors who are here to control and make money off this stuff. They slaughtered them because they knew all this is just a natural transition, but this stuff has been hijacked. The governments, that's what it's there for. It's what's called government. Government is control. Ment is short for mental, for mind. It's to control your mind, to control your soul, and to keep you locked down. So that's why they knew. That's why they weren't so popular. They knew about the age of Aquarius that was coming. Because all this is just one shift of power from one part of this reality to another. When it supposedly went from Africa to Asia to Europe and now over to the Americas. And that's what that eclipse here next month means. To me, it's a big marker that here we go. Aquarius has been here supposedly since 2010 or 2012, depending on where you look. But it's really going to make itself known here soon. Civilizations rise and fall through violence. This is going to be no different. That's why also the Native Americans, the Mayans, were big into Quetzalcoatl. Now here's Quetzalcoatl, because it's known as what? The feathered serpent, air. Check out Baphomet, picture you've seen 1,000 times. Right? Wings, air. They just know it's the coming of the ages. And that's why holding up 2 fingers. See the 2 fingers, hold them up? Just like Jesus in all these different pictures, these two fingers. This is in reference to the ages. Pisces, and then Aquarius. And Jesus is Pisces. That's fish. That's also the shepherds. Right here, sheep. Age of Pisces began. Christ. Many Christian symbols for Christ use the astrological symbol for Pisces. Fishes figure Christ himself bears many of the temperaments and personality traits of Pisces. 12 apostles were called the fishers of men. Early Christians called themselves little fishes. A code word for Jesus was the Greek word for fish. Okay, so let's go in the Bible. Right, Jesus even says, I am the good shepherd. For the sheep and the fish, right? Pisces, fish, Jesus, Aquarius, air. And the Son of Man shall come in his glory, and all the holy angels with him. Then shall he sit upon the throne of his glory, and he shall set the sheep on his right hand, but the goats on the left. The sheep, the fish on the right, the goats on the left. Here's Aquarius right here, air, sheep, fish on the right, goats on the left. Earth, Capricorn, Aquarius. He will put the sheep, the fish on his right, and the goats on his left. Let's do another one. This is when Jesus is talking here, KGV, and he said unto them, Behold, when ye are entered into the city, your mind is another word for mind. There shall a man meet you, bearing a pitcher of water. Follow him into the house where he entereth in. A man bearing a pitcher of water. Here's Aquarius, bearing a pitcher of water. And look what's at the end of the water. Fish. It's going to be rewarded. So, it's got nothing to do with politics. It's got nothing to do with religion. It's got everything to do with the clock ticking above our heads every night. And so, I do happen to think that 2020, the door will open. We've got a hell of a exciting next 3.5 years to go. This is all about just it was even that song Radioactive by Imagine Dragons was huge. It didn't matter if you were watching. The reason why I ended up looking it up to find out what it is because I heard it so many different places, and then I finally heard it on a commercial one night. I'm like, what is that song? And I look it up. It's all about this. That song, huge. And what's the chorus go? Welcome to the new age. Welcome to the new age. That's all this is. It's just one age to another. So, hope you liked the video. Thank you to my subscribers. See you later. Bye.